Hi, and welcome. You're listening to the X22 Report. My name is Dave, and this is episode 2018 AN. Today's date is November 11th, 2019, and the title of the episode is Central Bank Backed into a Corner. Patriots are in control. Next move will be interesting. Now, are you stuck for a gift for the holidays? Here's your answer. This is perfect for the Patriot in your life. The President Trump Commander-in-Chief Solid Silver Coin. Handcrafted in America for true Americans. And what a time to buy. Until December, Noble Gold are offering this incredible coin with a cool $10 off and a fantastic collector's display case, making an insane $17.95 saving on the price you'd normally pay. Go to TrumpCoin2020.com and select the Commander-in-Chief coin and make sure to use the code X22Report10 for the unbelievable discounted price. Whether it's for Veterans Day, Thanksgiving, or even Christmas, don't miss this one. Hit the link below. Let's get into the economic collapse financial news. Now, the central bank's control, it is now slipping away from them, and the Patriots are gaining a lot more control. And we're going to see this happen as we go throughout the rest of this year and into 2020. And we're watching it happen in real time. When we look at the UK, the Brexit deal, it is happening. And you can see the Patriots, they're coming together to support one another to go up against the deep state. They understand that this Brexit needs to happen. They understand that they can't be part of the EU. They understand that once this happens, this is going to be like a domino effect. And other countries are going to join. And they're going to say, you know something, we don't want to be a part of this. And the non-elected leaders in the EU, they won't be able to stop this. There'll be too many coming at them at once. Will they try to stop? Of course they will. The central bank always fights. They never just lay down and say, okay, we give. They want total control. But the Patriots are not allowing them to have total control. The Patriots are fighting back. And if you notice, a lot of people say, well, look, it's taken 3 years now since the vote. 3 years, the Patriots have not given up. The Patriots continued to fight until the very end. Didn't allow the deals to go through. Didn't allow the EU, the central bankers, to stay in control. Every step of the way, the Patriots fought. This is what a battle looks like. This is an economic battle. And right now, Nigel Farage saying that he's going to stand down the Brexit Party candidates in all conservative-held seats. He's going to help and boost Boris Johnson's election prospects by standing down. Boris Johnson tweeted out the following: only a conservative majority can get Brexit done by the end of January with a deal that's agreed and ready to go. And he said, we welcome Nigel Farage's recognition that another gridlocked, hung parliament is the greatest threat to getting Brexit done. If we have another hung parliament, it would lead to more chaotic referendums next year. The Conservatives only need 9 more seats to win a majority and leave by the end of January with a deal. We can then finally move on as a country and focus on the priorities that matter to you and your family. And Boris Johnson, Nigel Farage, they are right. Trump was hoping that these two individuals would come together. And it looks like it is happening. And this is going to be a problem for the central bank, the EU. Here in the United States, we see that the Patriots are in complete control of the economic narrative. Trump is continually pushing out the message that there's going to be a China trade deal. The Chinese let it slip that tariffs will be phased out. I do believe that this was all part of the plan to set up the IMF, the Biz, the Rothschilds. Remember, their whole entire argument about why the global economy is slowing, it's because of the trade wars. It's because of the tariffs. But once again, we have to remember that their entire plan, the globalist plan, was to shift everything away from the United States. This is why they've been working so hard for many, many years. Shifting manufacturing, shifting the businesses out of the U.S., having these lopsided trade deals that didn't benefit the U.S. or the people of the United States, that actually hurt the country. Now Trump and the Patriots, they're pushing new trade deals, even trade deals. We need to understand something very, very important. That once the U.S., the Federal Reserve note, is no longer the reserve currency of the world, countries will no longer hold the Federal Reserve note. Since they're not going to hold it, they won't be able to use it to buy goods here in the U.S. We're going to have trade deals. And they can't be lopsided trade deals where the benefit goes to the other country. It has to be even trade, fair trade. And this is why Trump has been pushing China so hard. He tweeted out the following. The Chinese say about Trump, trade war, and tariffs, he brought us to the table. This is the most prosperous economy the world has ever seen. And it's going to be a very prosperous economy. Jamie Dimon on 60 Minutes. Thank you, President Trump and the Republican Party. Trump and the Patriots right now, they are reworking the entire globalist system. And when Trump is letting everyone know that the economy is going to be the most prosperous economy, it's going to be the most prosperous economy without the central bank. Because how else can you make a prosperous economy? If you have a private Western central bank that's creating currency with interest attached, the economy cannot prosper. You always have that debt. Right now, the United States has over $23 trillion worth of debt. Now, if you add in all the unfunded liabilities, all the hidden debt and everything else, it's much, much larger than that. So even if the U.S. is making a profit right now, we have the debt. Take your own household, for instance. If you're bringing in $50,000 a year and you have your home, which is, say, $250,000, and that is all debt because you had to take out a mortgage. You have an automobile, or maybe two of them, and you lease them or finance them. That is debt. You really don't own it until you pay it off. Well, at least you're just renting, actually. Then if you have all the credit cards and you have balances of 5 or 10 or 15,000 and you're bringing in 50, you're not prosperous. You have the debt. It's the same thing with this country. And the only way to be prosperous is to remove the private Western central bank, is to remove the debt part of it. And that's what the Patriots are planning to do. It's the only way forward. The next step is going to be very interesting. And that is coming up very, very soon. We see already that Trump and the Patriots, they're already starting to attack the central bank. And once we get to a certain point, everyone will notice the attacks. I remember going back a year or two when Trump initially came out and said the Fed should lower rates. And we were talking about how Trump is going to continue pointing at the Fed, continue to tweet out about the Fed, and it's going to accelerate as time goes on. And that's exactly what we've seen. Now we're going to see the other side. Now, since Trump owns the economy, once he's reelected in 2020, the gloves are going to come off. The next wave, the next attack on the central bank is not just going to be, hey, the Fed should lower rates. It's going to be, we need to get rid of the central bank. We need to question the central bank. We need to understand what the central bank is doing. That is the next step. Taking everyone in this country and around the world from the Fed is the problem, moving them to what have they been doing? Why have they been doing this? And why can't we see what they've been doing? That will be the next step. And we're going to see that very, very soon. And of course, he's going to start very slowly. He's going to mention it in a tweet, but it's going to ramp up. And once he wins the election, well, the central bank is doomed. And the American people are going to get this huge lesson that the central bank is not working in the best interest of the people. Not just here in the United States, but around the world. That day is coming. Listen, everyone, thanks a lot for listening. Be well, be safe, and especially be prepared. Thanks a lot.